I'm not talking about I'm not talking about apocalypse. I'm not talking about the Rona. I'm not talking about twisted tea. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mimi, and today I wanted to do a video on 5 things I learned in 2020. This is my first YouTube video. Yay! Round of applause. This was actually one of my goals for 2020 to release my first video before 2021. So since today is my last day to get it done, I had no choice but to decide to do it today. I'm tired of putting it off. I'm tired of being scared, and I am doing it for 2021, baby, okay? What I wanted to do today was let y'all know 5 things that I've learned in 2020. Now, these are not all the things that 2020 has taught me, of course, and it's not, you know, a culmination of things that I want to impart on other people. These are just the things that really stuck with me this year. Let's go, and I'll tell you the 5 things that I've learned in 2020. Okay, let's see. Okay. Number 1, all right? The first thing that I've learned, well, not the first thing, but one of the first thing I want to talk about that I've learned in 2020 is don't take it personal, okay? I know that's a hard concept, or it's easy to grasp when it's here, when it's there, right? But a lot of the things that go on are not because you're you, okay? It's because they're them, all right? So don't take a lot of things that people do to you, at you, even for you. Don't take it personal, all right? Because a person's only gonna give you what they want you to have, all right? My mama taught me that one. But it's not to say people who hurt you shouldn't be held responsible. That's not what I'm saying. And that people who help you shouldn't be appreciated, because that's also not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is when people hurt you, don't you take it to heart, okay? It has something to do with them. Now, if it's you who's hurting people, then it's something to do with you. And I just had to say, if they would have done it to anybody, it just so happened to be you, all right? Some people do not know how to love or treat other people right outside of themselves. Meaning, they won't do anything extra. They will not go above and beyond. They will not think twice about you unless that thing they do will benefit them in the long run. So I will give you cookies, right? If you give me a kiss, right? But if you're not gonna give me a kiss, I'm not giving you no cookies, right? So it's kind of like that. It's to the point of I'll do for the benefit of myself, not for the benefit of you. What I can say, all right, is to lead by example, all right? So don't be afraid to be a giver, all right? Don't be afraid to be generous. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You never know the impact you can have on somebody's life. But when I say that, let me also say this: some things can't be taught, all right? So don't get yourself caught up in a cycle of basically self-abuse, of giving to a person and showing and giving, and you've given it time, right? If you give it time and you think that things should develop naturally, and if I do for you, you'll do for me. But some things can't be taught. Some people will never learn. And that's okay for them, right? Don't let people make you feel guilty for doing what's best for you, especially if what's best for you is separating from someone who's hurting you, okay? And I'll just leave that at that. 2, all right? The second thing I want to talk about that I learned in 2020 is that all things are circumstantial. Things come and go. right? It just depends on the situation. People get married. I'll use that. People will get married, right? Till death do us part. But circumstances, right? Because they say what, like 50% of all marriages end in divorce, which is not, you know, a great thing, but it's understandable because all things are circumstantial. Nothing is promised, okay? So you have to learn how to adjust. Whether good things happen or bad things happen, you need to learn how to adjust and deal with the situation that you're in. Now, the third thing that 2020 has taught me is self-control, okay? Learn how to act but not react, right? So something's happening, things are going on all around you, it's chaos, it seems like, and then suddenly here comes somebody and they just want to push your buttons, right? That's what they're there for. It's gotta be. Do not react. It's okay to act, but do not react, okay? I say that because you're in charge of how you feel. Nobody else. You run this, okay? You run this. Now, you're not in control of the things that come at you. You're not in charge or in control of the things that want to put you under attack, right? That's basically what it feels like, under attack. I have children, right? Let's say my children are running through the house and knock over a vase, right? Now I can react, you kids, and yelling and sit down and don't you, and I'm gonna. That's a reaction, right? Or I can act. So I'll go to where they are, all right? And we'll discuss this little mess and how it happened, right? How do we prevent this in the future, right? And consequences if it happens again, okay? So that's how you act. It's not necessarily about punishment, right? It's about learning. So you have to go and put yourself in the situation and figure out how to work through it. But you've got to flow your way through it, right? You've got to do what you've got to do to get the result that you want. You can't just, go off or it ain't gonna come out right. And you'll keep getting the same results, which is none. You're in charge of you. So when the outside world tries to come in, no, not for me. Not on me, baby. So I changed my thought process. I know it sounds crazy, right? Like, if you take that breath, right? That moment's breath to get your thoughts together and figure out how you want to feel and what you want out of the situation, it will definitely help you, okay? So, or I'll say it's definitely helped me. That's what I say. I feel like this video is too long. I'll cut it down. Anyway, now, if you guys get around to watching this, which I hope that you do, leave in the comments below, what are some things that 2020 taught you? And I'm not talking about apocalypse. I'm not talking about the Rona. I'm not talking about Twisted Tea. Now, if this is too far out, y'all are not gonna get the Twisted Tea thing. But I mean, like, what has it taught you about life? What has it taught you about you? What has it taught you? What are you getting out of this? Or the fourth thing that 2020 has taught me is gains and losses. That's the only way I can put it. I feel like there's another word for it. Not every loss is a loss. Sometimes things are better off gone. I know you probably were not expecting to hear that, but it's the truth. Sometimes things, people, whatever, are just better off gone. Out of your life anyway. They can go to someone else's life or, whatever the case might be. Sometimes the things that you hold on to, you know, could be the things that you're better off without. I used to deal with borderline hoarding, okay? That's what I call it. Okay? Borderline hoarding. The reason why I say that is I would acquire things, like I would buy things that were nice, that I like, and they were nice things. You know, things I could use, things that I wanted. Whatever you need, I got. And if I don't got it, just let me know. I'll go get it, you know? And I thought that gave me some kind of stature. And I'm not looking like this because I'm sad about it. I'm looking like this because it's like those things were nice, right? But they're not anything that I can't get again, right? What about those things makes them so important to me? Basically, every loss is not a loss. The fifth thing, life is for living, okay? Life is for the living. It's for you. If you're watching this, this is for you, okay? So I'll say, do the things that you wanted to do but were scared to do. There's nothing wrong with that. No change has to be a permanent change unless that's what you want, you know? But also don't be afraid to do the things that you don't want to do, right? So let's say your friend says, hey, I know a place where we can go indoor skydiving. And you're like, indoor skydiving? I'm not into jumping off anything at all. Not couches, not curbs, and definitely not buildings. I'm not doing none of that, right? But you go and it looks like fun. And part of you is probably like, I could do that, or, you know, maybe I should, or I kind of want to. Go ahead and do it. You know, that's the worst that could probably happen is that you don't like it. Like, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not saying, hey, everybody go skydiving or jumping off buildings and stuff. Only thing I'm saying is take chances, you know? Like, you don't want to spend your life being so much of a perfect person that you forget to live, you know? Like, I got to a point where I realized I don't want to be 80 and unhappy. I don't want to look back and think of all the choices I could have made or the things I could have done. Like, I'm not saying my life has been perfect, but the thing I am saying is the life I've lived is mine. Sorry if I'm hitting the mic, but I'm real. Oh, there's a mic. The life I'm living is mine and nobody else's, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I'll take suggestions, questions, comments, concerns. I'll, you know, process them through, and either I'll take them or I'll leave them, but my life is for me, all right? Don't forget, though, sometimes we get so caught up, because this has been me, be so caught up in making sure that my life is mine that you just don't take any advice. I wouldn't recommend that. Good advice should at least be considered and maybe even implemented depending on the situation, who it's from. They say consider the source, okay? But in general, your life is for you and nobody else. You can change your life, your own life, with one decision. And that's all I have to say about that. Now, those were my 5 things that I've learned in 2020. I am excited for 2021. And just for that, I'm going to give you a bonus lesson. Love yourself. Do that. Okay? Other people may love you. Other people may not love you. But remember, everything is circumstantial. All right? People's love goes up and down, just like how your emotions be like a roller coaster, so do theirs. Take self-care of yourself. You know, separate yourself from people who don't add to your life. Separate yourself from people who bring you down. Separate yourself from people who don't love you. And you know they don't love you. A lot of the times when I've done this, you'll hold on to people because they say they love you, because you know in your mind, you know, not necessarily in your heart, but you know in your mind that they love you the best way that they can, but it's not the way that you need to be loved. It's not what you need for you to be okay, for you to be happy, for you to feel fulfilled. They say you can't pour from an empty cup. If somebody's not filling up your cup, and I can't say daily, but if you're pouring out regularly, somebody should be pouring into you regularly. You know, you're important. You're a soul, spirit, brain, mind, everything. All of this right here, baby, that's you. This me. And I love me. I love me. I love me some me because I'm dope. I'm fly. I'm all that. And if you say, oh, she's conceited for saying that, well, then you're just not on the level of knowing who you are. But let me tell you, you don't know who I am. But I do. Y'all let me know, you know, in the comment section below. Let me know, what have y'all learned? You know, is there anything that you'd like me to elaborate on? I be rambling though. I'm going to cut this video down. Let me know, you know, what has 2020 taught you? But until next time, I see y'all.